I want to be the best farmer in Bayara, Muhammad Shehu exclaimed when asked about his goals. He grinned from ear to ear, confidently announcing his aspirations. Shehu, being so confident in his business, Hamilton Irrigation, as a team, immediately invested and willing to work with the same confidence and positivity as him to help him reach his goals.
To bolster the economic and agricultural growth of Shehu's farm, we implemented a financial record-keeping system as well as an overhauled irrigation system. Shehu is using the simple but effective system of transporting water from his where's it?
It's okay, continue.
Of transferring water from his well to the. Sorry about that. Okay, so Shehu uses the simple and yet effective method of transporting water up from his well to a sand heap, which creates an elevation which allows water to flow along trenches that Shehu constructed himself. The problem with this method is that with the current trench layout and tubing, the water only reaches 2/3 of his crops, leaving 1/3 of his crops completely dry. And this prevents him from growing or making any major profits. To fix this problem, we will buy a 113-yard tube that will extend diagonally from the new tube to another sand heap. The new sand heap will allow water to flow to the other third of his land and hydrate the rest of his crops. Shehu will use the sand heap to install another trench system that will transport water with his new irrigation system. The best time to install this system would be at the end of the wet season in October. So that way, after he harvests his crops from the wet season, he would be able to use a clear field to establish the tubing.
Our record system is easy to understand yet innovative at the same time, so we will be providing notebooks, pencils, pens, and other office supplies so he is able to keep track of his earnings and spendings. Our system consists of a chart with 5 columns, each column's logically labeled with a pictogram. So the first column represents the day of his transaction, and it gives him a way to track his spending with the time frame of his presence, whether it being days, months, or weeks. The second column lets Muhammadu have a short description of his business deals, and we use symbols and a key to portray each crop or expense, and we try to keep it simple, so each symbol is close to the physical crop or expense. And then the money in and the money out column are the third and fourth columns respectively. As he fills out one column, he is able to calculate the grand total in the fifth column. And we have also reached out to the Leadership Initiatives office near his farm to help with the first steps of learning the system, as well as take advantage of his children's knowledge and formal education. According to similar programs implemented by the Peace Corps in Africa and South America, the chart and key system is very similar and it has shown to be effective. Muhammad can understand the system and master it in around 1 week. With this new record-keeping system, he will be able to understand the profits from the new irrigation system and also have a written way of documenting his finances.
Looking at some of the setbacks and concerns that Muhammadu has faced, we are confident that we've come up with 2 solid and lucrative solutions for a business owner as motivated as he is. He has expressed both comfort and interest in both of these solutions, which only further convinces us that these solutions that involve minimal work and big payoffs will work really well for him. The budget that we have comes down to around $460, which is mostly due to the piping that we're going to be putting in. With hard work and application of innovative ideas, Muhammadu Shehu will become the best farmer in Bayara. Thank you very much.
Nice job, guys. Kumar, go first, buddy.
Kumar is going to start, yeah, okay. So, you actually talked about key problems I know is having with this one, which is actually water. So what I'm expecting we actually to see like more, demonstration of that, how it can actually move out. But well, I understand a little bit, but I was expecting maybe you have like a different, what can I say, diagram or something that can actually understand it. But honestly, that's one of his key problems that he has, which you actually working on. And then the second thing that looking at the table you guys have, it's very tricky. And I just keep looking at it while listening to your explanation, then I get it, just like that. And what actually drew my attention is that this is somebody that doesn't go to school. He has never attended the class. And what I'm thinking is that how is he going to actually understand that? If we're not there, then he'll be able to do it. And then you just say, you brought all symbols and other things to actually make it easier for him to identify and use it. So I know it definitely is something that he can be able to get. You say a week, but I think maybe we can make it shorter than a week. Yeah, which is really, really amazing. So you guys also touched all the, problems that I know is actually one of his biggest challenges that he really, really needs to address. So thank you so much for that.
So this is one of the businesses that I remember very well because it took us a while to get there. And after driving there, we had to get out of the car, walk through somewhere, and then I ended up almost falling into some river because I didn't realize how heavy I was. So I stepped on a rock, it just sank in. But once we got there, it was very nice to see the work that he was putting in to making this work. And I think the challenge, certainly water was an issue. I think there was some other issues like security because we had other cow brothers also taking away some of these things. But I really like that you provided some imagery around what that looked like and some of the solutions because that's really his issue. The key system really did it for me also because that was really great. I mean, definitely is not a literate person. So it's nice to be able to have an easy way to keep track of things. Like many of us have said before, the sustainability of most of our businesses is lackluster at best, I think, because of lack of keeping proper records. So this allows you to perhaps learn how to keep some sort of record on how to manage that. It will not be easy with 3 wives and 18 kids. I know. But I'm sure you'll find a way to make it work. If he stays consistent, he will support the LI staff. So, good job.
So again, I agree with I think all the substance of what's been said in terms of the style. I really liked your conversational tone. You were very matter of fact. You were very confident. I could tell that you knew Shehu, that you understood his needs, that you had a sense, even if you haven't been to the location, you understand some of the natural challenges there. I noticed that you had a slide issue in the beginning, but you rolled with it. You realize that the slides are a tool for you. They shouldn't be an impediment. And if it's not working, you got to keep moving. You're going to be in situations in the future where you're going to show up in an auditorium and the lights aren't going to work, the presentation won't be queued up, the sound won't be working, and you're just going to smile and you're going to be ready to deliver that presentation. And you did that today, and that I think is a level of confidence that is very important. I also thought that the key system was important. I might have added a little bit more detail to understand. I saw on the right you had words with the different symbols, but on the left, I was wondering what some of the icons were, but I think that is a simple fix to maybe add a label to what they were. And then one question I had, and I'm sure the answer is yes, how easy, is it easy to install the irrigation and piping system that you were talking about in the beginning. Perhaps just a couple sentences in your presentation next time you deliver it, you're delivering it, just explaining how obvious is this something Shehu can do alone? Is this something you're going to have to think about how to help him do? Is this something he does every day? I just don't have a sense of that, not being familiar with his business. But an overall great job, very confident, and
Can I answer your question? Yeah, so when we were on Skype with him, he knew exactly what he was doing. He specifically asked for the amount of tubing. He asked for what tube he wanted to use, and he already has one just like it, so he knows how to implement it by himself.
great.
Good job, guys. Good job. I was just going to say that in Nigeria, they actually do have, because they have the pipes and the pumps and all that. So I'm sure it will not be too hard for him to have that system, the longer pipes, because he already had something. It's just that it doesn't get to the. It has a limited area that it irrigates, right? So now you're giving him something longer to make it better, so he gets to other crops that are not near that. So that's good. I like the fact also that you pointed out that it's after the rainy season, because during the rainy season, and usually now in Nigeria it's raining towards the end of July, the whole of August, part of September. Then after that it starts drying out, and that's when he will really need the help to make sure that his crops are irrigated and they're watered at the right time. So I like the fact that you pointed out that that's going to come when it's a bit dry, because from September till December, we don't, in Nigeria we have two seasons, it's either raining or it's dry, right? We don't have the spring, summer, fall and winter, It's either rainy season or it's dry. So when it's not raining, it's dry, and then when it's dry, it's so dry, if you don't put lotion on your skin, everybody, woman will be white, because then the hammer time comes, it's cold, it's dry hair, and everything is ashy. So at that time, plants don't do well. It's like winter, plants go hibernating, and in springtime, they all come out smiling and smelling like roses. So same thing. So I'm happy you pointed that out. The poster, please make sure you send Marshall home with this poster, so he holds it in the farm and the scarecrow. To make sure that the headsman don't come there to eat the crops. Because when they come
Scarecrow.
with the scarecrow, stand there with
They only had a heart.
they know never to come there.
Green.
Then the financial record keeping system, that is fantastic. So that way he's able to keep track. Now please tell me, 3 words and 2 children, I think he's done. But I think he might just come up with 2 more before the end of the year. So, but you guys did a good job, and thanks for thinking of this and how to help him make it better.
Thank you.
So guys, I was making this poster last night, and I was looking at the emails you had going back and forth, and I started emailing your translator. And I can't tell you how excited your business partner is for this. So one of the hardest things is to get your business partner engaged in transforming his business, because you understand they know your students and they believe in you, but he's excited for you guys. He wants to do this. There is a desire for him to actually go in there and start digging in tomorrow. I'm serious. So it's so hard to get sometimes business owners engaged, because they've got so many things they're managing at one time just to keep their businesses afloat. But when you find something that's not only a solution for them, but you get them so engaged that they can't wait to start it, you've got something special. So your presentation was great. And I know you as a team were working on the logistics more than you're working on the presentation, because you cared about, hey, how is he going to be able to start changing his life, growing more crops to feed more people to change their lives. And I understand how much effort you put in. I really want to say that business owner is so excited to start doing this, tomorrow. So that's hard to do. So give them a round of applause for doing exactly that. And this is all those guys.
Join the International Leadership and Business Summit. Transform the world.